a fixation of the tissue as a membrane in the same way, because it's gonna be in the same window with the tissue, okay? Like I showed you in the previous pictures, okay? Then, look at the scenario. Where to make the crestal incision, and that depends of the keratin tissue band, okay? If you have a good keratin tissue band, you can do it like a little vestibular, 1 or 2 millimeters, okay? But if the keratin tissue band is completely dependent of the palatal area, okay, you must to preserve that keratin tissue band, okay, so crestal, but not in the palatal direction, because if you do it in palatal direction, you can have the problem that I have in that case. The palatal is gonna be imbutal, and then you will have a scare. Okay? Think about keratin tissue band before the first incision to avoid a second surgery. Okay? To put back again the palatal area. You need to think. I will extract these tooth, or I will keep. Okay? And that depends of the bone crest. If this bone crest is less than 70% of the tooth, the must extract. I mean, around 50%, you must extract. Because the bone defect is gonna be like this. Okay? And you need it completely horizontal and vertical. Okay? If you keep a missed bone crest, that bone crest is gonna get down in the final graft. It's better, much better canvas to extract, to sacrifice a tooth, and to take advantage of the blood supply in the
sockets.
In the socket, exactly, to guarantee your next regeneration. Because the root, the exposed root, has no blood supply, has no bones, no cells, no nothing. No periodontal ligament, no nothing. And the ratio of complication and exposures because of that root, it's really high. So high. Okay, higher.
If it's 50% coverage, exact keep. It has to be at least 70 for the root structures.
Has to be at least 70. 70%. If you have 50%, bye-bye, forget about it. Remove that tooth. Talk with the patient and remove it. Okay? You have at least, and let's say, 10 millimeters. You have 7 millimeters, keep it. You can keep it. Okay? You will have a little effect, but you can compensate with tissue. But 50%, my friend, is not too much. As you remember, in literature that we reviewed, the most predictable and stronger technique is with membranes. But also is the number 2, the second one, with complications ratio. And the number 1 complication is the membrane exposures. Okay? That's why most of the people hate it. For us, even today we are thinking about there's some kind of allergic patients to the phloem, okay? Or titanium. And that's why open. But in the most of the cases, it's your fault. It's the clinician exam. It's the clinician fault. Okay, number 1, you need to select. You must select the proper membrane measures. If you select a higher membrane, a wider membrane, large one, you need to cut it and adapt it many times. If you select a small one, you will have infiltration from periosteum and from epithelial cells, and you will have exposure, and you will have at the end no bone. Okay? In the most of the cases, for lower linguals, okay, lower verticals with the lingual, you fix one border and the membrane do this. Okay? And start to move like a Lamborghini. And then when you want to fix it, then this is gonna be higher or even deeper where you want it. My suggestion at this point of my life is put first the middle one for every scenario. Okay? Because if you exactly you get it. If you put it in the middle, you avoid, okay, this kind of motion, and you have this kind of motion, okay? And you will have the same line, okay? It's gonna be easier for you. It's not so good to fix the membrane as number 2 and then take the bond. You know why? Two main reasons. Number 1, the membrane can get contaminated because of the tongue of the patient, because of blood, or blah, blah, blah. And number 2, you need to start the communication between the native bond and the xenograph. Biologics. You need to, they talk between them while you are working with the membrane. You got it, boss? Okay. And we need to take that in account, and you need to release that tension. And who takes me to the second point. The first nut is not always the final nut. Okay? The first nut could be just to free the tension, to release the tension. It's gonna be a guide nut, okay? To put the flap borders closer. But that doesn't mean it's the last one. Maybe you just need it to put it right here, and then you need to fix it at the end with another new one. You got it? Free of tension is not the same that advance on the flap. Completely different things. And you need to warranty both. The advancement of the flap and the free of tension. You got it?